Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Instagram, Zoomers, and Facebook. We've got you all here today. Welcome to day 5. Welcome to day 5. It's been such a big week, and I'm so proud of each and every one of you for coming on this journey of just building the foundations and introduction to being a superconscious creator. How was it? I really would love some questions or some feedback of, how was it for you? How was that experience? Let us know in the comment section or the chat box. I've actually got it visible this time. Got all the text set up, and just wanted to welcome you to day 5. You've made it this far. We've been through a lot. So day 1, we actually laid the foundations. We talked about the superconscious journey and what we must do to live from this orientation. We learned that you're not broken. You don't need fixing. All we need to do is rise above and be it now. So we really learned the 3 foundational elements of this work is, structure. Get yourself into the right structure, the creative structure, and that will move you towards your creation, creating that structural tension between the 2 points and living from that higher plane and allowing us to actually, become it, working with all levels of consciousness, not just our self-conscious ego that says, creates our limitation, that says we can't do it. We actually rise above it. We take our energy up and live from that creative orientation. We become it now. And number 3 is really the true choices, is living from your heart, making those choices. And making a true choice, something that's true to you, and harnessing what that means to actually take the reins of your life, and discovering, we just need to start making true choices to create the life that we love. So day 1 was huge. We went through the entire foundational work, and head back to the replay if you need to go over that again. I know for me it took quite a while for each element to really land. So repetition is key. Go through the replay and have a look and go through the work again. So that was number 1. Day 1, it was really huge, amazing experience. We went through a couple of processes there. Day 2, we orientated into the creative structure. So we went through the 4 core orientational choices and found out what it actually felt like to live from that perspective, from the creative orientation, to learn to come to that magnetic moment where you get to be it before you see it, where you have no resistance to where you are now, and you just choose to create from this place. The future isn't better, the past isn't worse. You actually have everything you need right now in the present moment. And then we went to the Akashic Records and downloaded all your talent, skills, gifts, and ability, and really infused that and solidified those codes into your field. So that was fun, a bit of forensic healing in there, which is always close to my heart. I love getting that deep soul level into this work as well. And we went into a deep meditation to live your true nature and purpose, and how we deep dived into how to actually make a choice. What are some of the ineffective ways that we make choices? We went into 8 of those and uncovered the 6 identities, the 6 sabotaging identities. So that was all in there. We actually, and then we moved into how to actually make a choice. You learned how to make a true choice. You learned how to actually tap into your heart and make a true choice. Huge, right? Day 3, another big day of learning. We learned that the past is never more powerful than your ability to let it go. It doesn't matter what happened in your life. And we may have had some traumatic memories, some experiences, but it doesn't matter what happened in your life because you're bigger than it. You have the power. You have the power to let it go. So we actually uncovered, we went deeper into those 6 sabotaging identities. And can anyone remember what they were? So I'm not worthy. I'm not good enough. I don't belong. I'm insignificant. I'm not perfect. And so there are many more, but they are the main 6 sabotaging identities. They're our dysfunction. We learn these through our journey of individuation, through that process of becoming someone and learning about the world, and to recognize that and to understand and that it's okay. That's our experience on this planet. This is our experience to have these limitations. We choose to have limitations, otherwise we wouldn't be able to experience anything. And so we really acknowledge those identities, those parts of us. And we chose to step into our heart. We chose to discover what we do love. What's our superconscious, our genius? And we stepped into orientating from that perspective. And we really went into our heart and discovered your values. And we formulated this beautiful concept of, remembering your future self. And we stepped into that. We actually created your future self and used this incredible identity matrix process to solidify that, to take all the elements of everything and all these 8 different identities that inspire us and influence us. And we brought that into the now. We stepped into it. Really allowing yourself to become that identity and remember who we always were. Remember the person that you want to be tomorrow. Who enjoyed day 3? And feel free to go back and do this again. If you want to see the replays, jump onto my Facebook. It's going to be in my Facebook group, Superconscious Entrepreneur Community. It's totally free group, and you'll have access to the 5 days. All of the replays are up there, because these processes you're able to do again with a different intention. So day 3, amazing. I mean, that's a process you might want to do every quarter. And then day 4, we actually took you through the recode process. And you got to experience what it's like to actually rewire your brain. How incredible was that? It was, yeah. And that was the first time some of you might have actually experienced going into the field, letting go of that resistance, letting it all go. So we went through, and here we are at day 5. And how are we all feeling? How was it for you all? I'm really excited to start getting your feedback after this, and who wants to actually continue to work in this field. And I mean, this was only 5 days now of a snippet, just like the smallest amount of this work. and you get to make your own choices. You know, think about what are your biggest takeaways of what you've learned over the last 4 days. And I think, you know, how are you going to take that into your life? And this isn't just a program. This isn't something that you just do once and that was nice. This is actually becoming super conscious is a way of being. It's actually how you show up in the world, how you orientate, how you think, how you feel. Moving from being reactive to life, being that victim to life of your life, and stepping into, you know, that next phase of being responsive, responding to life as it comes. But we're taking it one next step further. We're actually taking you and giving back your power so that you can be the creator of your life with predictability. We want you to be a creator. You are a creator. Remember who you always were. And so we go through the 5 steps, and the 5 steps is a tool to really support you in this journey. And you can't do it alone. It really takes so much energy to change a different perspective. And this is why we have a supportive container, a community, a program to help you apply what you know, to hold you in this creative structure, and continually remove the resistance that stops you moving forward so that you can create those end results, that desired reality, your land of plenty. And we do this in a container. Now, if you're allergic to sales, I'm just going to give you a warning. You know, if you're allergic, if it's something that makes you feel uncomfortable, then, you know, I'm just warning you in advance, because, you know, there's always something, right? So this is, you know, and you have a choice. You can say no, hey, but I'm just letting you know that I am going to give you a pretty irresistible offer at the end of today, because you need to be able to take this moving forward. You need to be able to take this on. This is a journey. This isn't just we're not here to solve problems and fix aspects of you, because you're not broken. This is about shifting your mindset into the superconscious creator code so that you can create without any resistance. You can just continue to create your life. So we really do that through the 5 steps. It really is the basics to this work. It is about your choice. Choose what you want. Choose what you want to create. Right? This is about finding what you love, your unique thumbprint, finding your heart, stepping into your heart, choosing a true end result. Align with your heart's desire, your higher self, and you can create that. But the problem is that you've been trying to create an outcome for years and you still don't have it. You might be one of those people that just dabbles in something and then that's it. It's just like, give it a go, like dabble. You don't truly commit. You just kind of dabble. Or you might be an overthinker that just like, you know, thinks everything through, has to get all the information first, but doesn't actually take any action. You know, you might be a person that like just puts it off. You're just gonna, you do it another time. That procrastination comes out. You just put it off. It's like, oh yeah, no, I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get to it. I know someone I've been working with recently, he put it off for 2 years before he actually signed on with me and And now he's actually able to stay focused and create what he loves, you know, putting it off. How long are you going to put it off for? Has it 10 years gone by and you're still putting it off? Is anything actually going to change? Right? So we make some mistakes. We continually make some mistakes that keep us in action, keep us in the same space. And we're trying to heal our current reality. We're trying to fix ourselves. We're trying to focus only on what is showed up in our current reality. But instead, you just must let it go. We must just let it go and focus on what you want to create. Another mistake that you might be doing is only working on the unconscious mind, on the conscious mind, the ego. When we learned this week that we actually have 3 levels of consciousness, and all of our decisions really are made from our unconscious blueprint. And so we must go to that place. We must rise above. We must use all levels of consciousness that to make decisions in our life. We might be focusing on new strategies all the time. You know, you focus and you get something else and you don't actually give it 100%. Then you get another strategy and you dabble in that and it might not work. And you think you don't know enough. I need to know more. So you you try something new, something else, and that doesn't work. You go into it for a little bit, but you continuously try new strategies to get what you want. Right? But we just want to focus. We want to focus on choosing what we want and getting into the right structure. We make this mistake so much. It's thinking that will change when we have a result. Once I have the health, then I can go for what I want. Once I fix myself, then I'm going to feel comfortable to actually be worthy of making the money or having the relationship. We think we have to achieve some kind of result in order to have what we want. But it's the other way around. You must be it first before you see it. Everything is created in the invisible first, and then it's manifested in the physical. You must be it before you see it. And another mistake is actually being out of emotional alignment with what you desire. You see, you can't grow an abundance tree planting seeds of scarcity. You need to start planting those seeds of abundance, planting those seeds, being that identity now, finding ways in which you can actually have that now, because you can already access it, because the brain doesn't actually know the difference between an experience that in the physical world or a thought. It's just a receiver. It just receives the information. And so you can already have it just by imagining it, just by feeling it, using all levels of consciousness, your thoughts, your feelings, to actually be it now. You can find ways to, something for me when I really learned this work and when I started implementing it in my life, one of the creations that I would is true to my heart is to be a mother. And a way that I could feel that emotion now was to look after my friend's child. She's the similar age to my nieces, and actually now I'm living with 2 little girls that are the same age as my nieces and as well, and I'm able to actually have that feeling of being a mother without being a mother. You know, that auntie feeling is the best feeling ever. So think about ways that of all of your choices that you've got out, if it's money, if it's wealth, if it's health, some kind of health, or a relationship, or whatever your choice is, find ways how you can actually stimulate that emotion now and feel it, connect into it. Even if you don't physically have it, how can you actually connect into it? How can you actually align yourself emotionally with what you desire so that you can be an emotional, energetic match to that? It's like tuning the radio station to the station that you do want, right? You get to choose the frequency. You wouldn't sit there on some, corny station that you don't like and endure it. No, you change it. And so we must also do that in our lives. Change the things that we don't like. And if you can't actually physically do that, change your perception. Change how you think about it. And that leads on to, and this other mistake that we make is thinking that we can't change. I'm born like this, how I'm born. I've always been like this. I can't change. But we actually have this thing called neuroplasticity that we've discovered, and epigenetics. And if you delve into those studies, it proves that we can change. It's called this reconciliation moment. It was discovered in 2001, and there has been so many studies since. There was this experiment that they did with these older men and men in their 60s, and they actually put them in the environment and told them that they are 22. They measured and measured all of their vitals and their behavior and everything about their physiology. And what they found was they started to physically change. They were walking better. They stopped using their canes. They could, I think some of them even grew taller. Their fingers grew longer or something. But they were immersed in an environment for a certain period of days where they were told they were 22, and they were told to do all the things that a 22-year-old would do, and that full immersion. And they actually changed. Their physiology actually changed in that period of time. Incredible. And so we can't ignore the science. There are so many studies on this. Anything in neuroplasticity, it's literally, there are videos, and I was trying to look for it before, I couldn't find it, but of the brain rewiring itself. So they've got a microscopic camera, and they're actually measuring a time lapse of the brain, the neural connections in the brain, like physically rewiring, creating new connections. And so when you create new connections in the brain, every time you think, you feel, and you be, you're creating a stronger highway and stronger neural connection between that thing. And so it's about creating those new neural connections. It's not about fixing the other ones that are broken. It's actually about just replacing your new beliefs, replacing your emotions, your perspective, your being. It's replacing your old self. It's about creation. It's about creating, choosing what you do want to create. And you start to create those neural connections. Every time we do a recode, we're literally creating new neural connection. How cool is that? How cool is that? And we talked about yesterday when we went through the recode, how we have all these dormant memories and traumatic memories from our DNA. And through the recode, we can actually just inform all those parts. We can create new connections, new neural networks, new pathways, so that those pathways are strong and dominant, and the more you get into the field and you choose what you want to create, you actually solidify those neural connections. And so that you are just, that's just your new normal. That's your new way of being. It's cool. So we can change. Don't ever tell yourself that you cannot change. If it's something that you want to change, you can. You really can in this work. It is easier said than done. And you might be trying to do it all yourself. You might have spent your entire life trying to change parts of you. You might have just accepted the parts that you don't like. But in this work, you know, we're blind to our own blind spots. We love to be in our dysfunction because it's comfortable. It makes us feel good. We love to be and play in our dysfunctional identity of, oh, I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. No one cares about me. We love to just stay in that comfort zone. And so we're blind to it. And this happens all the time with my one-on-one clients, is calling them out on their patterns, recognizing their patterns of putting it off, their patterns of overthinking, their patterns of trying to fix themselves and get in the problem-solving structure. All right, so we're blind to our patterns. And this is why you want to stay in this work for at least 12 months. That's where we see the biggest transformations, when it's a continuous thing. When you dedicate yourself, I mean, 1 year is not a very long time for the incredible amount of change that can occur in that time. Even in just a few weeks, you can start shifting your mindset, shifting how you show up in the world. But you must first choose. You must first decide and commit to yourself that this is worth it, that I'm worth it. This is something that I want. Or in a year from now, you can see yourself in the same spot. And how would that feel? So we go through this transition, and I wasn't actually going to write this up, but I will. Because I think it's really effective and really powerful. So this is kind of how we create. This is how life is. We think life goes like this. Oh yeah, I'm going to get better and better and better and better and better. And it's linear, and you kind of like, you move, you know, life gets a bit better. You get some change. Now on Instagram and Facebook, sorry, but this is going to be back to front. So I apologize, but you can actually grab the replay or jump into the Zoom where you can actually see this written the right way. But today I wanted to see who was on, wanted to see the comments. So I had to change the camera. But this is how our life is structured, really. We go along like that. And we've got points. So we've got, this is where you are. This is where you're going to. And every time you come to the edge, a challenge, an opportunity, our dysfunction, our dysfunctional identity has this tendency to go, oh, that's scary. I don't know how far I will fall. I don't want to fail. And so it gets scared and it goes, oh, I'm just gonna do what I've always done and go back to the person I've always been. Maybe a little bit, different, but, now I'm going to fix something about myself here. And then I'm going to move towards, being that better person, creating what we want. We go to B and we go, oh no, it's getting uncomfortable. I'm just going to go back to my old self, back to my old patterns, back to my old ways. And then you keep doing this, 10 years goes past. Oh, you kind of just, you've up-leveled a little bit, but it's not going very far. You're not really getting what you want. We get to this point, this C, it's the challenge. We get to a challenge where we have to change a little bit, and we get scared and we go back. But what we really want is our desired reality is up here. This is the big transformation, the change, where your desired reality, your creation, that's where you want to go. And then we become our new self, our new normal, our new orientation, right? So we get that big high and excitement, but then it becomes our new set point. How many of you are still here in this cycle? Kind of here. And then as soon as a big challenge comes and you've got to change, you're like, oh no, I'm going to go back here. I'm just going to get more confident. I'm just going to get more, I'm going to be more healthy. I need to think more positively. I need more education. I need another certificate. I'm not enough. So we continue in this cycle. And as soon as this big challenge comes, we go back to our old patterns because it's easy. But you're at this edge. And if you never take that risk, if you never give yourself that chance, if you never invest in yourself and allow yourself to feel into those depths and to feel that, we call it the shadow side, right? It's that part of us that we just avoid. We don't want to go there. I don't want to do the work. When you're in a container, when you have a coach, when you have a community, we actually hold you in this container and we catch you. We hold you. And so you're able to actually make that transition and go to the depth that you need to go wherever it is. And only in that discomfort do we find we get to skyrocket and move in towards our creation. It's in taking the action, taking the momentum, that we discover what's in the way, that we discover, where our journey is taking us. If you're always here, you'll always be here. If you don't take any different action, if you don't do something, if you don't take that risk to discover the lowest that you could go, then you'll never actually get to experience the highs. Because life is about overcoming challenges and becoming your new self. When you invest in yourself, when you take that risk, when you jump, you get to discover so much more about life that if you just stayed the same and stayed in your comfort zone, you'd never get to experience the power of the full power of your creative spirit and who you really are. Who here is still there and is just teetering on the edge of change? There's a few of you, I know. So we get to do this work together. We get to jump and allow yourself to actually go there so that you can rise even further. And we do this over a 12-month period. So now anyone who's allergic to an offer, this is about to come, right? So just giving you a warning, there's an offer. And actually, so what we've got, actually want to go through the 5 steps again. This is what we do in this work. Got it. So we choose an end result. We choose what you love. We discover your heart. We choose what you love. And discover what you really want to create in this life. How would that feel to actually have that? We create structural tension. So we ask, well, what is it like now? We create those 2 points in the field. And we acknowledge where it is now. We create that tension between the 2 points. How does it feel? How does it feel to actually be in this structure, to not have what you want, to be in alignment with what you desire? When you create this structure, we invite all of those parts and aspects, all of that resistance to come up, to be present, to step into the field. We step into the emotion of that end result. And we notice what's in the way. So we notice our old stories that is holding us back. We notice the judgments that we have on ourselves. We notice the judgments of others. And we notice our inner conflicts. So we go through the resistance, we recode all of that, right? But we must also take aligned action. And there are a few things that we must let go of in order for that action to really stay in that action, right? So we must let go of the environment. We must let go of how it always is, how it has. Sometimes we must let go of certain people in our life that are in that old mindset. We must let go of old behaviors, the behaviors that are keeping us in this problem-solving structure. We must let go of old belief systems, old beliefs, limiting beliefs that don't serve you anymore. We must let go of any family entanglements. Our family is one of the hardest relationships to manage in this work, because family knows your old identity, and this is big change. You know, this can be quite rapid. This can be quite foundational to your entire being, right? So we let go of our family entanglements. We let go of the stories. We let go of the emotions that hold us back. Because you are much greater than any past experience. You are much greater than any sabotaging patterns or identities that you uncover. You're much greater than it. You're able to actually let it go. We must let go of all the rules we've created for ourselves. I'm not allowed to earn that much. We must let go of how we define ourselves from in this limited perspective. I'm not good enough for, I can't be someone that earns that much, or I can't, I've never had a great relationship, but no one's ever going to love me. I'm not lovable. We must let go of all the rules and definitions. The world's a horrible place to be in right now. You just need to let it go. Let go of your old identity. Let go of that feeling of incompleteness. We must choose what we want to create. Choose what you want. It's in that choice that we get to feel our heart. We get to feel our true essence and remember why we were here, why we were put on this planet, to actually create, to live our true nature and purpose as a creator, to be the predominant creative force in our life, to live our true nature and purpose, to love our life, to be healthy and vital. We get to choose all of these things in each and every moment. But we must let go of the old structures that hold us back. We get to just choose to step into it in this moment. How magical is that? How awesome is that? You get to choose. But we've not given ourselves permission, right? We don't allow ourselves to actually ask the question, what do I want? What do I love? And so in this work, we start off with this really simple process. We start off with, and if you're on Zoom, I'm going to share screen. If you're not, then you're going to have to catch the replay. But it's a process called lenses. So over the 12 months, so we hold you in this container called lenses, right? So we create these orientational choices. We get into the creative structure. We choose our true choices from our land of plenty, infinite possibilities. We create our long-term direction through desired realities. So there's always desired realities to get you to your end results. And they change continuously. Over the 12 months, they're going to change, right? So this container helps you to be focused. We create 30-day milestones. These are monthly focus and review set points, so that you're not always living too far in the future. You can actually take the next action as you need to through a 7-day action plan. So we give you weekly planning and review to keep you focused, keep you in the creative structure. And there's a morning ritual daily process as well. We take you through the orientational choices. So my day starts with feeling the end result of these orientational choices, choosing to live a life I love, to be the predominant creator, to be healthy and vital and live my true nature and purpose. It's an orientation. I choose them every day regardless. And we really get into your 6 main desired realities, your choices that you want to focus on creating over the 12 months. And then you've got your long-term plan. So the lenses process, and I'm just skipping through a few pages here, will help you stay in the creative structure. There's the morning ritual. So really allowing yourself to be this high performer. And then your morning ritual, which is going through your choices, you know, choosing at least one or two choices that you're focused and committed on creating, and going through the steps. So what are you focused on creating? What is your to-do or to-do list? What are you doing well? You know, where did you feel uncomfortable? And there's a few questions to keep you in that, you know, reflecting on what I didn't get done. What am I grateful for today? What am I choosing to create tomorrow? So on Zoom, I'm just flicking through that now. So the lenses process is a structured process to get you there. Now, the Superconscious, the 12-month container I got is the membership program. So it's the Superconscious Creator membership, and it includes so much. If you're on Zoom, I'm going to show you exactly what it includes. Okay. So, okay. So what you're going to get is, oh, here it is. So in this container, we're going to do 7 weekly group recode calls at different time zones from certified coaches. So one of the sessions is actually with Chris Duncan himself. So you're going to get so many opportunities to do these recode calls throughout every week. They'll be there. So you get weekly group recode calls. We've also got an online program. So this online program is going to help you stay in the creative structure and start to build the foundations of being a superconscious creator. We've only had 5 days today, so we've gone through a few processes just to touch on a few, but the program is going to have everything, so many more processes in there that is going to really help you to build those foundations. There's also, I'm going to give you access to over, I think there's 20 or 30 meditations. So real creative meditations to help you stay in this structure and help you along the way, because it's easy to take our focus elsewhere. And so these meditations are really going to really support you in becoming a superconscious creator, keep you in the field. I'm going to give you the replay to the 5-day challenge inside the Facebook community. So you're going to journey with other entrepreneurs, other people that are really committed to being a superconscious creator, being in this work. And because you've actually come through the 5-day challenge, you've committed 5 days, and even if you do through the replay, I'm actually going to give you a bonus today. So this bonus is a 90-minute one-on-one session with me. So this is a breakthrough session where you get to recode and create anything that you like. So anything that you're choosing to create, we'll do a full session to recode any resistance that stops you, that if you feel stuck. So you get a 1-minute session with me, which is valued at $4.99. So for 12 months, weekly group recode calls, you get an online program, 20 meditations, and the unlimited replays. We've also got a video bank, so a recode bank of definitely 2 years worth of the greatest hits of all of the Magnetic Mind sessions. So you get all of that. Now, this membership usually goes for $4,999 anywhere else, but today I'm going to give it to you for a super special offer. I'm going to give it to you for paid in full, $1,499. But if you want to get started right now and you don't quite have that much, well, I'm going to do it for a weekly subscription for only $33. That's right. That's Australian dollars. So if you want to get started in this work, I'm going to reach out and I'll send you a link to get started. This offer is only going to be on the table for a limited time, so until the end of the week, and it's going to go back up to the normal price. So this is like the price of a gym membership, right? It's a gym membership from your mind. It's your mind gym. Pretty affordable for all of that to start. How much is your, creating a life that you love worth to you? How long are you going to keep staying in the same structure of trying to create something and not really getting where you want to go? Having those, living in this reactive state where you're constantly in reaction, you get offended, you get upset with everything that happens in your life easily, and you just want to take your power back. You want to start orientating from that perspective that, I can handle this, I can do it, I can enjoy it, I can enjoy the ride, right? So for only $33, it's like the price of a cup of coffee a day. You can get started in this work. You can start creating the life that you love. You can start recoding that resistance, a lifelong resistance that has held you back your entire life. The reason why you can't get the relationship that you want, the reason why you can't have, the job that you want. You're in your unfulfilling job, and you've been in it for so long, you don't know how to move forward. So there it is. That is my offer to you. This is the Superconscious Creator Membership. I'm so excited to bring this work to you. It really is overlooked. There's so much noise out there. And honestly, after 5 years of doing all the things, obsessing about personal development, this really is the thing that changed my life. And there are so many testimonials and clients that have, if you go to Chris Duncan's page and see his work, there's this man that has now can see again. He was blind. There are documented, like, medical records to show that cancer's gone in remission, and that they attribute it to this work. That's the only thing that they've changed. So it's unbelievable how powerful we really are, and how powerful, when you put yourself in the right environment, you really truly can create what you want. So I really hope that you've enjoyed this work. I've really hoped that you've enjoyed the last 5 days. I've really enjoyed delivering it and sharing it with you. I think this is something that everyone can benefit from. And if you're interested in just having a talk to me and seeing how we can work out how this is going to work for you, send me a DM, send me a message, and we'll get that conversation started. And it really is, the power is with you. The power is with the choice. Now you can choose to just log off now and sign off and and, you know, never do anything about it, and you'll probably still live a pretty cool life. But if you really want to live a life that is heartfelt and heart-led, then this is the work that you need to get into. This is the work for you. Amazing. So that concludes our 5 days of, yeah, thank you so much for joining me. Everyone on Instagram here and Facebook and Zoomers, thank you so much for showing up for yourself, and people on the replay as well. Thank you. Thank you so much for showing up for you. And I really look forward to bringing more of this work to you. Happy Good Friday. In Australia here, it's Good Friday. It's, yeah, very special day. And I hope you all have an amazing weekend and stay super conscious. All the best. Much love. Love to you all. Bye now.